Have you ever felt like your brain just has a million tabs open and you can't close a single one? Well, we're going to dive into why our ability to focus feels like it's under attack, and, more importantly, how we can start to fight back. Come on, be honest with yourself. That little twitchy feeling, that constant urge to just pick up your phone for a second, that's not just you. It's a feeling that connects pretty much all of us now. But the real question is, why? Okay, here's the most important thing you need to understand right now. Your struggle to focus is not a personal failure. Not at all. It's a design feature. We are living inside the most sophisticated attention-grabbing machine ever built. Let's be really clear about this. Your brain isn't broken. It's actually being actively rewired. Every single notification, every scroll is literally training it to want something new all the time, instead of deep, quiet concentration. This is the key concept right here. The apps on your phone, they aren't just sitting there waiting for you to use them. They have their own goals, and they're specifically designed to use our own psychology against us to meet those goals. And this is how they do it. This is the machinery in action. The endless scroll, autoplay videos, that unpredictable rush you get from a bunch of likes. None of this is an accident. These are precision-engineered tools designed to trigger compulsive behavior and keep you scrolling way, way longer than you ever planned to. The parallels here are pretty striking, aren't they? I mean, more and more you see research comparing the social media industry to big tobacco. Think about it. Both have been called out for creating products that exploit our brain's reward system, create addiction, and cause real harm to public health, especially for young people. So this engineered addiction, it isn't just a cool-sounding phrase. It has a real, measurable effect on our brain chemistry. So let's actually look at what's going on inside our heads when we're caught in that digital loop. And this is the key player in our story. Dopamine. It's that chemical that tells our brain, hey, that felt really good. You should do that again. It's totally essential for motivation, but it can also be manipulated. And that is exactly what this technology does. It literally hijacks our biology. Every scroll, every like, every little notification is a tiny, unpredictable hit of dopamine. And over time, this just conditions your brain to crave these quick, easy rewards instead of the deep satisfaction that comes from sustained focus. And here's where it gets really sneaky. See, while a nicotine addiction is pharmacological, it's driven by an actual chemical, a social media addiction is psychological. It doesn't use some foreign substance. It masterfully exploits your brain's own reward system to build a powerful compulsive habit. And the results of this constant overstimulation, they're probably all too familiar. We can't sink into complex tasks. We always feel pulled in a dozen different directions. And research is now linking this state to real increases in anxiety and depression, especially in younger users. So let's just reframe this right now. If any of this sounds like you, it is not a lack of willpower. It's not laziness. It is a natural, biological response of a brain that is under constant siege from its environment. The data tells a pretty stark story. I mean, just look at this. As our screen time has absolutely exploded, the time we dedicate to deep, focused activities like just reading a book for fun has plummeted. We're trading deep engagement for shallow consumption. But listen, it is not a lost cause, not even close. Our brains are neuroplastic, which is just a fancy way of saying they can change and adapt. So let's look at how we can start taking back control. This right here, this is the most empowering part of this whole story. Focus is not some fixed trait you're born with. It's a cognitive skill. And just like any skill, you can cultivate it and strengthen it through deliberate practice. So how do we start? Well, it begins by creating quiet space. Just silence the noise. Next, we make starting new things feel easy, not scary. Then, and this is a big one, we have to relearn the lost art of just being bored. And finally, we commit to the radical act of doing just one thing at a time. Let's break down that second step, because it's a game changer. The 10-minute rule is a brilliant little psychological trick. See, our brains hate big, overwhelming tasks. But telling yourself you're just going to do something for 10 minutes, that feels small, it feels manageable. The hardest part is always just starting, and this will get you right over that first hurdle. And you know what? More often than not, momentum will carry you way beyond those first 10 minutes. And this is why boredom is an absolute superpower. We've been taught that it's just wasted time. But it's actually when our brain's default mode network, you can think of it like your brain's creative janitor, it comes out to clean things up, organize your thoughts, and connect old ideas in totally new ways. Seriously, the myth of multitasking needs to die. Our brains don't actually do multiple complex things at once. They just switch between them really, really fast. And this task switching is incredibly inefficient. It drains our mental energy and leads to a huge increase in mistakes. Some studies say up to 40%. Monotasking, doing one thing at a time, is the real key to getting things done. So, when you put all these practices together, what's the ultimate goal? What does a truly focused mind actually unlock for you? The reward for training your focus is achieving what psychologists call a flow state. You know this feeling. It's when you're so absorbed in what you're doing that time just seems to disappear and you're performing at your absolute peak. It's not just productive, it's deeply, deeply satisfying. If you remember just one thing from all of this, please make it this. Focus is not a character trait that you either have or you don't. It is a muscle. And the more you train it by creating space, starting small, and doing one thing at a time, the stronger it will get. So I'll leave you with this question. Forget about tomorrow or next week. What is one single thing for 10 minutes, an hour, whatever you can manage, that you will give your full, undivided attention to today?